Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Unlike any other YouTube channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, mine exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So, if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe.
So, let's get into today's video. We've just had back-to-back Community Day weekends. So, as we already know, the walrus is pretty fucked. Everyone's out hunting it. That thing is extinct, which means counter users are absolutely everywhere. And Venusaur, who had its Community Day today, is a pretty good counter, if that makes sense. A good counter to counter users, perhaps is better wording. So, we're out here running a counter team. So we've got double answers for that Venusaur with our double poison in the back. And we've also got Golabt, who is one of the best fighting type / counter user counters. God, I'm saying the word counter a lot and getting very tongue twisted. However, the team is going to function as a kind of ABB team. We have got Swampert in the lead as our anti-steel, and then two things that struggle against steel with a double poison. But these two poison types have fantastic coverage on the back, and as always, we are going to be utilising my personal favourite, Shadow Drapion, on the save switch, running Aqua Tail. I know everyone says run Crunch, but I don't. So getting straight into it. And in game 1, we pick up a lead against Umbreon. This isn't all that neutral for any Shadow Pokemon due to the fact this fucking thing has 6 million HP. We attempt to make a catch on the foul play onto Drapion and we are unsuccessful. The opponent fires the last resort and they are staying in. This is pretty good as it probably means they are weak to poison in the back. So my boy Golabt should have some good play. We're just going to use this as a sacrificial swap. They finally do swap out into Deoxys. This motherfucker also has 6 million HP, however, even without Crunch, Sludge Bomb hurts like fuck. We are obviously counting fast moves, and we're going to try and get to this Hydro Cannon before they can even reach a Psycho Boost, really hoping it KOs. Shadow Swampert hits like an absolute truck, but they do survive. So we're going to shield up the Psycho Boost and look to Mudshot down. Let's see what they have hiding in the back. They bring Umbreon back out. We should now be really starting to force shield pressure, but this mofo still don't shield, so whatever they have in the back, they're obviously planning to 2-shield. We tank the foul play, look to commit to the Mudshot down. In the back is Azumarill. 2 shields up, you know on this channel we don't fucking bait. Get wrecked, motherfucker. See you later, stupid blue mouse. This opponent has 2 shields, but guess what? You can save them for the World Championship because we're just going to fast move farm down absolutely everything. So Triple Shadows beat one of the bulkiest teams in the league. You'd love to see it. Moving on into game number 2, we pick up the flying Umbreon. The algorithm is really trying to fuck us over. Once again, we attempt to make a sack swap onto Drapion to catch the foul play, and we are unsuccessful. But these aerial aces don't really do a lot, as is a trash move, and this flying Umbreon's attack stat is garbage. We can hit them for decent neutral damage with these sludge bombs. And we are counter moves. We should CMP tie to the Aqua Tail. Let's see if the opponent has thrown. We land the Aqua Tail. Best case scenario, the opponent has thrown, so we're just going to completely sack the Drapion. You've done your job, buddy. Well played. We're going to now wait out our switch timer as we will be temporarily switch locked. We come in, we let them get towards the next aerial ace. We're going to take them out with a Hydro Cannon. Let's see what they have in the back. Our switch timer has now popped up. They come in with a Jellicent. So, Jellicent is a water type. They do resist Hydro Cannon, but it fucking doesn't look like it. They are on Bubble, either Bubble or Hex. It's pretty neutral because they both hit Swampert for neutral, but you can see that Swampert doesn't give a fuck about typings. We're going to shield this move up, hoping we don't get baited. Most Bubble Jellies do actually run Ice Beam like this one is. I've got no idea why you wouldn't throw Shadow Ball, but either way, we're not complaining. Swampert manages to get both shields, and now we're going to shield this next Ice Beam up. I could have took him out, but I'm going to overfarm and have some residual energy for whatever's in the back. So once again, I'm counting bubbles. 1 bubble away from the next Ice Beam or Shadow Ball. We take him out. And in the back, hello, Mr. Nidoqueen. Eat Hydro Cannon, motherfucker. And goodbye, Nidoqueen. Thanks for playing. GG's. Moving on into the next one, we pick up the Swampert mirror. We are looking pretty fucked. The Swampert does wreck our backline. We are going for the extra, and we do get the extra. So hopefully now, like a noob, I don't give them a free mud shot. They actually switch out into Trevenant. This is fantastic. We are going to call the Shadow Ball and put up a shield. Let's see if we get baited. We successfully shield the Shadow Ball, so I'm going to go for this Poison Fang. I am going to undercharge it just a touch to get some more farm. The opponent actually chooses to shield, which is a bit of a mistake from them, as we are going to outpace you to the next move. If you fired it, just be a Seed Bomb, which we resist. They have shielded. What a noob. The opponent's gone down 2 shields. Holy fucking shit. In the back is a Stunfisk. This is where you're going to see the coverage move of Shadow Ball is going to do big damage. We now combo play into our own Swampert just to take this stupid Steelfisk out. Get wrecked, Mr. Steelfisk. We've now got a Hydro Cannon to threaten this Swampert. This will put it fairly low, and we're looking pretty sweet in this matchup. They are going to take out our Swampert, but then we can pretty much just come in with either Pokemon and finish them off. We are going to get the Drapion onto the battlefield just because it's not nice in the cold in England. It's fucking freezing here, so no good sitting on the bench, and we're going to Aqua Tail this Swampert and take that game. GG's. As always, my trash talking gets me a fucking awful lead. They have an Empoleon. We see them say switch into Granbull, so we go in with Crobat. Crobat obviously dominates this Granbull. We undercharge it to get a little bit more farm. Back out comes the Empoleon, and I'm going to be one of them really, really annoying players. I'm not even going to bait the Shadow Ball. I'm just going to absolutely debuff the shit out of you, just so our Mud Shots do even more damage, as that mid game was really quick. 2 Poison Fangs have got it down to half health. I am actually going to wait out my switch timer though. I don't know particularly why. I probably should have come in and got some Mud Shot damage off, but either way, we're going to shield this move up. We imagine they are going to swap. What is in the back? In the back is a Venusaur, so someone has enjoyed their community day. Venusaur does lose to Drapion in even shielding scenarios. However, can we pull this off down a shield? We are running Aqua Tail. Most don't have this move, so I am going for a bait. We get the bait, and now I'm going to go for this Sludge Bomb. Will the opponent go down 2 shields? We're about to find out. Sludge Bomb lands, does huge damage. We actually Poison Sting down this Venusaur, and just because we've spammed the shit out of this Empoleon with resisted charge moves, we fire another resisted charge move, and at this stage we're going to lose CMP, shield this move up, and Hydro Cannon is going to be enough to take this game. So I believe the Steel Penguin over there has took 4 resisted charge moves, and he still loses. GG's. Moving on into the next battle, we lead the GOAT into the Queen. The Queen doesn't want any of that smoke. They say switch into the Mighty Blue Mouse. But guess what, Mighty Blue Mouse? You're not fucking very mighty against my boy Drapion. We tank the Ice Beam. We go straight for the Sludge Bomb. It lands, does huge damage. I'm now counting bubbles. Before they can even get to the second Ice Beam, I'm going for a Sludge Bomb. Aqua Tail would not KO from this range. The opponent has shielded. You're not going to win switch, despite the fact that I've got great matchups with Nidoqueen. I am just going to commit to the Poison Sting down. Unfortunately, I can't actually get there, so we go for this Aqua Tail. The opponent stupidly shields up. We're at the back-to-back, so we get both shields off the Azumarill. We take it out. We've got no health left on our Drapion to get farmed. They come in with an Umbreon. So I'm just going to bring in Crobat. I expect them to swap at some stage. We do CMP on the Poison Fang. I have no idea why we lose CMP, but it becomes apparent. We got a refund. Not really ideal. You want to throw these debuffing moves as soon as you get them. So we do debuff them. We are now going to probably shield this next move up. Well, we actually let it go, so I can't even remember playing these battles. They make a great catch into Nidoqueen. We do fire off the resisted Poison Fang, but Swampert is going to come in. We are going to one-shot this Nidoqueen, even with full defense. See you later. In the back is the Umbreon. All I've got to do now is get to 2 moves. We would survive this one, but I know lag's pretty terrible in GBL, so I'm not flexing. We are going to shield that up. We would survive, but 2 Hydro Cannons is going to be enough to take this game. So if you're Mr. Azumarill, don't try and battle for switch against Drapion, because you, like my opponent, will be fucked. GG's and thanks for playing. We now lead the GOAT Shadow Swampert into the really fucking annoying Medicham. We're really hoping it's not on pop. They've after 5, so they are on pop. Fan-fucking-tastic. We're going to fire off this Hydro Cannon. I believe it was a CMP, but for some reason they get a free counter. You love to see it. We now switch out into Golabt. I'm actually going to call it Golabt, not Crobat. I'm going to probably make that mistake loads of times in the video. Just ignore me. They switch out into your Nova Stunfisk. So this is looking pretty hard counter city. I go for the Poison Fang. Yes, I know it is resisted, but I am now going to build up towards the Shadow Ball, which will make this stupid pancake dump its energy, because I think Shadow Ball would possibly put it low enough that we could battle for switch. They correctly fire their energy, and we're now in a fucking rough spot. I'm going to come in with Swampert. I'm going to shield this move up. I'm going to overfarm as much as possible and hope that Swampert, with energy, has got a chance at finishing off whatever's in the back. They make a switch into yet another Umbreon, so this isn't fantastic. I'm looking to try and catch the foul play once again on Drapion. I'm unsuccessful. So this game is looking pretty terrible. We are going to build up loads of energy. We're going to fire off this Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb, we know, does big damage despite Umbreon's huge defense. I am going to outpace him to this Aqua Tail. If Aqua Tail KOs, we've got a chance. But guess what? The stupid Umbreon survives with 1 HP and a fucking dream. I can't shield this up. So we are going to Poison Sting down, but I'm just going to get farmed down by whatever. In the back is Medicham. They've got 2 shields. I should really top left, but as I am recording these battles, I am just going to play it out for you. There's no win con whatsoever other than lag. But lag does happen, but we aren't lagging to win this game. The Unova Stunfisk in the back has a move as well, so we are fucked. They counter us down and we lose that game. GG's. Moving on into the next one, we see the really annoying Steel Pancake. This is exactly what we like to see with our Swampert. They are staying in. I've got no idea why. They must be double weak to Swampert. We land the Hydro Cannon. We are going to shield up the potential Earthquake, because even if they bait us, we would mud shot them down before they reach an Earthquake. They go straight Earthquake. We leave with a load of energy. They now come into Gardevoir. So because I've already given up 1 shield, I am going to look to get my shield back and make a switch into Drapion. We are taking neutral from these charms, but holy fucking shit, we're getting wrecked. They switch out into Medicham, so we should be in a prime position to use our Golabt to sweep. They fire a power-up punch. We get to a last-minute Aqua Tail. I doubt the opponent's shields, but it will put them fairly low, which it does. We can now come in with the Golabt, farm down. I believe this is 6, not 5, so it could be an Ice Punch. I am shielding because that Gardevoir takes 6 years to get to charge moves. They aren't getting to one, so we may as well play the safe play. In comes Gardevoir. First Poison Fang will get the shield, and Golabt is about to absolutely wreck this Charmer. We love Shadow Pokemon on this team, or on this channel, but fuck you, Gardevoir, get wrecked. Moving on into the next battle, we see another player of culture, someone else out hunting these walrus counters, the counter users. So, Swampert against Pidgeot is pretty terrible. These gusts are wrecking us, but I am counting. Like I say, kids, stay in school, learn to count. We catch the Feather Dance. Obviously, this motherfucker isn't going to Brave Bird us. They switch out into Medicham. So, this is alright. It would be a better matchup if we wasn't debuffed, but Sludge Bomb still does a decent chunk. The opponent is going to have to fire some energy. I didn't fire the Aqua Tail as I wanted them to dump some energy and not commit to the farm down. They fire off an Ice Punch. So at this stage, I am now going to come in with an aggressive play. You know that I love the aggressive plays on this channel. I'm going to come in. I'm going to probably have to shield twice, but we're going to completely wing attack down this Medicham with our Golabt and leave with an absolute shitload of energy. This is a Psychic, so good shield on my part. That would absolutely one-shot us. They bring in the Pidgeot. I fire 1 wing attack, give away 2 free turns and go for the Poison Fang. The opponent doesn't shield the first one. I now go for a much riskier play and go for the 4-turn versus 4-turn. I do get the denial, but it is quite risky. They now make a switch out into Azumarill, or something using Bubble. Yeah, it's an Azumarill. So we fire off a Poison Fang. We're so far ahead in energy. This second one is going to do big damage, which it does. The opponent is going to have to throw, which they do. We've got Swampert with residual energy in the back. All we've got to do is farm to the back-to-back. These bubbles aren't going to take us out. We'll take out this Azumarill with the resisted Hydro Cannon. The Pidgeot is, I think, 2 or 3 gusts away from the charge move, and they're not going to appreciate this Hydro Cannon to the face. So GG's and thanks for playing. Moving on into the next battle, we pick up another lead against Jellicent. This fucking jellyfish, this big purple-blue pile of squish, is on Hex, so therefore we assume they're running Bubble Beat. We call the bait. You love to see it. We know you love to bait a Shadow Swampert, but I ain't shielding for shit. Once again, this is another Bubble Beam, so I'm also not going to shield. We are now going to switch into Drapion. This opponent clearly loves the debuff. They're going to debuff our Drapion, and hopefully they switch out as we have no crunch. They do switch out into a Ferrothorn. This is pretty alright for us, as obviously our Swampert doesn't want to see it. We haven't really got a great response for Ferrothorn, especially if they are on Thunder. If they throw Power Whip at our Drapion, I imagine they will be on Thunder. Let's see. They are going to throw a charge move here. It is a Power Whip. Power Whip doesn't take us out, so they go for the back-to-back. So they're now going to be 5 away from the Thunder. I'm going to come in once again with the Golabt, and as usual, look for the aggressive farm down. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that is 5. So I am going to respect the potential Thunder, as I'm going to be very red-faced if I get one shot. We correctly shield a Thunder. They now switch out into Jellicent. We have a loaded Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball takes them out. Let's see what they've got in the back. They are waiting up the switch timer, and in the back is an Azumarill. So this is where you're going to see me make a misplay. I debuff this thing with a Poison Fang, and I now switch into Swampert, so it's not too bad now. We are just going to fire off these resisted Hydro Cannons. First one draws the shield, second one, even debuff, will do big damage. We let a bubble through, which isn't ideal. They now switch into the Ferrothorn. I should have committed to the Mud Shot down, or at least let them dump some energy. I throw, and I've thrown the match, because you are going to see that we're going to get hit with back-to-back Ice Beams. They can't hold back-to-back. They're one bubble short. First Ice Beam gets the shield. Second one is going to get us low, and we're just going to miss out on farming him down. So if I would have just sacked the Swampert, I would have actually won that game. So I am a noob. GG's and thanks for playing. We pick up a lead against the Wallface. Let's see if we can recover from the absolute garbage play I made in the last game. Toxicroak can't hit us for anything other than resisted. We resist Counter, Mud Bomb, and Sludge Bomb. So we are just going to commit to the farm down. We are going to need a lot of energy, but this energy is going to be pretty useless against the Bastiodon. We are going to get to 2 Shadow Balls, so I'm going to go for the Poison Fang first. This will debuff it, and then I'll fire off the Shadow Ball. Let's see how much Shadow Ball does with a debuff. And you are going to see that Golabt does absolutely fuck all. I probably could have made 2 Shadow Balls, but either way, it does around the same damage. I switch out into Swampert. They switch out into Medicham. Can we pull this one off? We draw the first shield. We switch into Drapion. In even shielding, this is a fairly even match. All we've got to do is save that shield for Swampert, and we should be good to go. Sludge Bomb lands, does big damage. Let's see what moveset the opponent's on. I've got absolutely no intention of using any of my shields here. We are just going to spam out this Aqua Tail. Imagine the opponent has the shield. They do not. They actually CMP tie us, so they are looking pretty fucked. So we recover from that awful previous battle. We Mud Shot down with Hydro Cannon that Bastiodon with 2 shields for the win. So moving on into the next battle. My opponent is leading Shadow Dragonair. I absolutely love to see it. When I first started using just Shadow Pokemon in Season 7, my go-to lead in the Great League at that time was Shadow Dragonair. I hardly ever see anyone use it in Open Great League. I'm absolutely thrilled to be seeing it here, but let's see if we can pull this match off. We switched into Drapion. They counter-switched into a Tin Can. This Tin Can obviously dominates us. This is a matchup where you really would want Crunch. They have over-farmed. They have almost 100 energy. You must be always counting lock-ons. I know it is difficult. I count in seconds. It's 7 seconds to a Flash Cannon, 7.5 to the Focus Blast. So we do CMP tie on the Flash Cannon. They let it go. We instantly swap into our Golabt, and in the back is a Drapion. So this is going to be a really tricky matchup for us. I am going to have to shield these crunches. You can see Poison Fang hardly does anything, but the wing attacks are really shredding. I am going to shield the crunch because I'm going to want to get as many debuffs on the Dragonair as possible. Let's see if the opponent wants to shield this resisted Poison Fang. They do not. I'm really hoping we can wing attack down. Unfortunately, get to another crunch. I am going to shield because the debuff will be important. We wing attack down. The Dragonair has a move, but this is just an Aqua Tail. The opponent didn't build up enough for anything other than an Aqua Tail, so we tank that, no problem. We debuff them with a Poison Fang. Surely this is going to draw a shield. It does not. So now the win con is quick moves. You can see that Shadow Dragonair is super glassy. We do loads of Mud Shot damage. They take us out with an Aqua Tail and we wing attack down. So I've got no idea why the opponent didn't use any shields, but I loved seeing the Shadow Dragonair spice. So in the next battle, we picked up a lead against Umbreon. As always, I count to 4, look to catch the resisted foul play on Drapion. Finally, we are successful. But with success, sometimes comes failure, and we are hard countered with a Skarmory. Once again, this is a matchup where you do want Crunch, but I don't have it. I believe I will survive this move just so I under-tap, get to the second Aqua Tail. This is absolutely huge because it means they are now in Hydro Cannon range. As always, we are counting quick moves. I'm going to come back in with Swampert. They're now at 2, they're now at 3. So on the 4th air slash, I fire this Hydro Cannon. The opponent shouldn't shield, but they do shield. We're at the back-to-back, so they're now going to have to commit both shields or just sack. It's a beautiful Steel Bird, a channel favourite, but fuck you. They have in the back a Venusaur, and they obviously don't want to see Golabt, so Golabt is looking primed to sweep this team. We have 2 shields. I'm not going to shield up this first foul play. It doesn't do too much as Umbreon is really defense weighted. So it's pretty pathetic, even against Shadow Pokemon. We're going to fire this second Poison Fang. This is now getting them really low. We are now going to commit a shield here. One more Poison Fang should take him out. I imagine the opponent should shield. Let's see if they do. This Poison Fang will take out the Umbreon. If not, it's actually one more wing attack. They've now got just 1 shield against the Golabt, sorry. I'm going to shield up this move. It is resisted, but these wing attacks are absolutely going to shred after the debuff. The opponent is going to have to shield this up. They do not, expecting the second one to do more damage. Well, another Community Day Pokemon user. Guess what? Shadow Venusaur and regular Venusaur are both really squishy. You really need to shield that. But either way, I'm not complaining. GG's. Moving straight on into the next one. We see one of the worst possible leads for the team. So it beats both Swampert, and I switch into a losing matchup in Drapion. They actually shield the Sludge Bomb as well. We are looking absolutely fucked. Are we going to pull this one off? Well, let's find out. So we've lost a Pokemon. They have used the shield, but we're already down one Pokemon, and this Politoed is going on a tear up. So we've got 1.5 Pokemon taken out, and they're still in the green. We're going to fire off this Poison Fang. It should do big damage to Shadow Politoed. I'm really hoping to farm down. I cannot, so now I'm forced to shield, as I don't want to lose 2 Pokemon. We do manage to farm down. Let's see what's in the back. In the back is a Talonflame. So I fire after 4 wing attacks to try and not give away too much energy. The opponent over farms really greedily. Holy crap. Thank you very much for the win con. Shadow Ball, see you fucking later. In the back is a Cresselia. So we saw a terrible lead. The mid game wasn't ideal, and the end game we are looking hard countered. However, this is an Ultra League. In the Great League, 2 Hydro Cannons from Swampert do put this Cresselia really low. These Mud Shots are helping as well. They are going to have to throw to take us out, especially as we're quite close to the next move. So this Grass Knot will take us out, and it's going to be Wing Attack versus super effective Psycho Cuts, and Golabt clutches out this game. GG's, great battle. We see the Mighty Blue Mouse in the lead. We instantly switch into Drapion. I think the opponent has blind swapped into Gengar. I'm not sure about this play, buddy. We draw a shield with an Aqua Tail. The second Aqua Tail will do decent damage. The opponent double shields. They have got loads of energy. Focus Blast me. I don't give a fuck. Great, you've won switch, but you're down 2 shields. And we all know that the GOAT Shadow Swampert with energy and shields goes on a rampage. I am going to shield up this Sucker Punch, Shadow Punch, whatever it's called. We're going to overfarm just a touch. Take out this Gengar. Gengar, see you fucking later. Let's see what they come in with. They come in with an Altaria, so I bank a Hydro Cannon and switch out into my Golbat. So we are still in a bit of a tricky spot. We are going to debuff this Altaria. Sky Attack coming through. I am going to shield this up. Sky Attack would do quite a lot of damage. We're now going to have to get this Azumarill super low, and we're going to have to land a Sludge Wave on that Altaria. Can we pull this one off? Who knows? I know, and you're about to find out. Second Poison Fang is going to do big damage to the Azumarill. They really need to throw. They have thrown at a correct time and given us minimal farm on our Swampert. Hydro Pump obviously is overkill. We come in, Mud Shot down. We have the Sludge Wave locked and loaded. Will Sludge Wave be enough to take out the bulky Altaria? No, it's not. But they are energy dry, so Swampert once again outpaces this stupid, fluffy, flying dragon, and Hydro Cannon takes that game. GG's, thanks for playing. We pick up a lead against Beedrill, shiny Beedrill, a Pokemon that I do want to see on the channel. I am going to use it quite soon. They switch out into Umbreon. I build up an absolute ton of energy, switch out trying to catch the foul play on Drapion, and I'm unsuccessful. However, it's not too bad a matchup. I'm just going to sack the Drapion, use it as a damage sponge. Sludge Bomb does do decent damage. Once again, they are going to have to throw a Last Resort, as obviously foul play won't take us out from this range. Even Last Resort doesn't take us out. I expect the opponent is going to want to win switch, so I go for an Aqua Tail, and the opponent doesn't shield. I get to another Aqua Tail though before they can snarl us down, and the opponent very kindly gives us a shield, so that is fantastic. I'm now going to come in with Swampert, hit the Hydro Cannon. The opponent switches out into Beedrill with a loaded X-Scissor. X-Scissor isn't going to take us out from this range, so I'm going to fire this Hydro Cannon. This also won't take out Beedrill, but you're going to see here, I'm going to build up energy. Just before the next X-Scissor, I'm going to snipe with the Golbat. You love to see it. What is in the back? Let's see what the opponent wants to do. They come back in with Umbreon. This thing's got an absolute shitload of energy. We're going to tank the first one. We're going to shield the second one. I think they are now energy dry, so we get to this Poison Fang. Timing our move correctly, they're now 2 snarls away from the next move. They actually shield, and there's actually only 1 snarl away, so they must have been on a 3 cycle, not a 4 cycle. Either way, we're going to shield this up, as they obviously don't want to see Golbat in the back, and in the back is the fighter whose trousers are falling down. Scrafty, perhaps if you pulled him up, you'd have a better chance in this matchup, but you don't and you leave the match. GG's and thanks for playing. We see Wallface in the lead in this next battle. You absolutely fucking love to see it, but I really don't love to see Swampert as I have no response. We try and get the extra mud shot in, we're unsuccessful. We actually give them the free mud shot, so we are looking rough, but we are going to draw both shields with Swampert, which is fantastic. I now look to make a catch on Golabt. Obviously, Golabt has 0 play against Bastiodon, whereas our Shadow Drapion doesn't do too bad. I am going to choose to shield this up. I imagine they are going to switch out into their Bastiodon, which they do. I'm going to debuff it with a Poison Fang, and this is where the game is going to get interesting. So they are going to farm me down. They are debuffed. I am going to have to tank this move. I'm over farming. Just before they get to the move, you're actually going to see I'm going to undercharge. I could take the Bastiodon out, but I don't want to do that. You might be thinking, what the fuck am I thinking? Well, I know I survived this move, and I'm going to need residual energy to threaten whatever is in the back. So you can see that I have got no health, but I have a Hydro Cannon loaded. So this Hydro Cannon will do big damage to Medicham. I switch out into Drapion. So if I would have just fired immediately, I probably would have got countered down. So having that energy was clutch. They go for a power-up punch. I'm being really careful so they don't catch this Sludge Bomb. You can see we get some lag. You hate to see it, but Sludge Bomb still KOs. Swampert comes back in. They are going to have to throw against our Drapion. Aquatail gets it down to 1 HP and a dream. They are going to throw. They're not at the back-to-back. Can we mud shot down for the win? Yes, we can. Our Shadow Swampert is better than your Shadow Swampert. So, moving on into the last battle of the video. We led our Swampert into a Galarian Stunfisk. This is actually part of the final set. I've left all battles in. You're going to see some absolute tomfoolery. Niantic, fix your fucking game, but that's to come. We correctly shield a Hydro Pump, which is fantastic. We Poison Sting down. We're 4-0 in the set, and things are looking sweet. Show me that fucking pancake, because guess what? We're on Aquatail. We throw 1 Poison Sting. First Aquatail lands, does around 33%. Second Aquatail comes. This is going to be starting to put shield pressure on. The opponent shields them up. We're at the back-to-back, so Drapion going on an absolute tear-up in this match. We are now in Rockside range, so the opponent will take us out, which is fine. We can now come back in with Swampert after waiting out my switch timer. So I'm going to come in with Swampert. Everything's looking good. In the back is a Trevenant. This should be an easy 5-0. I'm going to shield this first one because I know even if they go Seed Bomb, they are going to have a difficult time of making the second Shadow Ball. So they don't even shield. We managed to wing attack down completely, and look at this. You can see I'm at the Poison Fang. They get free mud shots. I can't get the move off. I don't get any wing attack, so they take us out. Next, you're going to see we're still looking great. I come in with Swampert at the back-to-back. Another free mud shots. They're now only 1 away from the Earthquake. The game finally kicks back in. We manage to get the Hydro Cannon off. They're now at the Earthquake, and Swampert wins CMP. What a load of fucking garbage. I would have actually won that game really easy. We did kind of RPS the opponent, but you can see that the fucking lag con is real. We almost lost that battle, which would have really pissed me off because I hate losing to basic bitch meta teams, and I hate losing matchups where we essentially had the game in the bag. The opponent could have actually top left with that hard counter them. But that's GBL, so it is what it is. But I highly recommend this team. As you can tell, it does great against the Venusaurs that we saw. It does great against the counter users that are hunting Shadow Walrein and normal Walrein. This team is loads of fun. It offers a great amount of charge move pressure, as we've got 2 Pokemon using 35 energy charge moves, and obviously Swampert using Mudshot, Hydro Cannon, super spammy. So you're going to be putting loads of pressure on the opponent. They never really know where to use their shields. It is a team you can climb with on Go Battle Day, and I'd highly recommend it. So just like to say, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.